The Eight of Wands stands for intelligence on the spiritual level of human expression. An auspicious Eight of Wands signifies goal-orientedness, and an inauspicious Eight of Wands means directionlessness. Intelligence allows us to differentiate, analyze, apply logic, reason, measure, and recognize patterns. Intelligence is a tool. Garbage in, intelligent garbage out. We better feed intelligence with wisdom than nonsense. Intelligence is the universal problem solver, but it has a playful, naughty, prankish, and manipulative side. If too much ambition goes in, rule bending comes out. The corresponding power of consciousness is the formulation of goals. Remember that the Seven of Wands stands for motives. The power of the Eight of Wands turns motives into goals. Goal-oriented working accelerates process. Motives only care about what they want. Goals take circumstances into consideration, and goals have a direction. Defining goals is an intellectual skill. Goals need to be SMART, meaning specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. An auspicious Eight of Wands may indicate that a goal-oriented approach will help the querent to overcome her challenge. It also calls for a wise use of intelligence. An inauspicious Eight of Wands may indicate that the querent is pursuing a selfish goal and is tempted to manipulate or take advantage of people and situations. The karma of manipulation is conflict. That's where these cards' secondary meanings come from: violence, warfare, rapacity, insolence, theft, or robbery. The opposite of manipulation is looking for win-win situations. The higher self loves win-win. If you look for win-win, the higher self has your back. The design of the Eight of Wands implies an eight-spoked wheel, which suggests that the goal is in place and the querent is ready to roll in a chosen direction. This is where the following secondary meanings come from: acceleration of plans, approaching of goals, swiftness, acceleration, movement, and momentum. The eight-spoked wheel is an ancient symbol. In Buddhism, it represents the Eight Noble Paths. Following the Eight Noble Paths prevents the intellect from bending or breaking rules. We derive at the psychological meanings of tarot cards from their position on the Tree of Life. According to the Enlightenment Tarot framework, the Eight of Wands represents Hod of Tifereth. That's intelligence on the intentional spiritual level of human expression. Every tarot card represents a faculty or power of consciousness. We can use faculties of consciousness constructively or destructively, which produces either a fortunate or an adverse state of mind. Hence, every tarot card has 5 core meanings. Here are the 5 core meanings of the Five of Wands. The power of consciousness is goal setting. The constructive use is goal-orientedness. The destructive use is directionlessness. The favorable internal experience is orientation. The adverse internal experience is disorientation. The Germans have a good name for this faculty of consciousness. The name is Zielstrebigkeit, which translates as goal striving. If the Eight of Wands appears in your spread, you may want to ask yourself the following questions. Are your goals SMART, meaning specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound? In what areas of your life might you be relying on intelligence without the guidance of wisdom? When you do business, how often do you come up with win-win solutions? Have you ever pursued a goal by manipulating or taking advantage of people? What karma did that cause? How can you better balance your ambition with ethical considerations to ensure a constructive use of intelligence? The Eight of Wands calls for a goal-oriented use of intelligence, which accelerates progress. Aligning ambition with ethical considerations will lead to a win-win situation and new opportunities. Let's explore what different tarotists wrote about the Eight of Wands. Usually, tarotists consider the astrological significances of tarot cards. The Eight of Wands corresponds to the first decade of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. This causes an aspiring, benevolent disposition. For the Eight of Wands, Paul Foster Case offers the keyword swiftness. Indeed, a goal-oriented approach accelerates progress. Paul listed the following secondary meanings: approach to goal, aspiration, foresight, rapid expansion of force but quickly expanded, the acceleration of anything in which the querent is interested, activity, generosity, confidence, and freedom. Swiftness, approach to goal, rapid expansion of force, and acceleration all pertain to the idea that goal setting accelerates progress. When Paul wrote that the respective force is quickly expanded, he hinted at the fickleness of intelligence. The element of intelligence is air, which moves fast and never rests. Intelligence is indeed restless like wind. Having said that, the astrological connection links this card to Jupiter, which stands for the calm, steady, and cyclic influence of benevolence. Aspiration is a character trait of Sagittarians, who are also freedom lovers. Foresight seems a bit out of place, since that belongs to Aries and the Reason Emperor card. Maybe Paul meant astrological foresight, the Jupiter connection. Generosity is a Jupiter characteristic too. Paul's inauspicious connotations are violence, warfare, greed, insolence, theft, and robbery. These originate in the intelligence's natural inclination to manipulate people and circumstances. Arthur Edward Wade agrees this card signifies swiftness. Arthur offers the following secondary meanings: activity in undertakings, an express messenger, great haste, great hope, speed towards an end which promises assured felicity, that which is on the move, the errors of love, errors of jealousy, internal disputes, stingings of conscience, quarrels, and domestic disputes for a married person. The meanings: great haste, express messenger, speed towards an end, that which is on the move, go back to the airy quality of intelligence, which is mixed with the willful quality of the spiritual plane. Errors of love and errors of jealousy are a bit off. Love belongs to the creative feeling plane, and jealousy is an emotion that belongs to the bodily plane. Internal dispute relates to the inner quarrel of competing desires, goals, emotions, feelings, and thoughts. On its own, intelligence can't solve those quarrels. It needs guidance. Domestic disputes for a married person indicate arguments between married couples. Arguing is an intellectual pastime at best, but often a waste of time. People argue, defend their opinions, which prevents them from negotiating. Eteia, a French occultist and the first known professional tarotist, offers the meanings of rejoicing and repentance. Both meanings are off. Rejoicing belongs to the creative feeling level of human expression. We rejoice upon fulfillments. Repentance marks a turning point. That means when intelligence realizes that its manipulations backfire and instead seeks guidance. Papus, another French occultist and the founder of the Martinist order, offers the meaning of partial success. It's unclear where Papus derived this meaning from. Success or victory are matters of the seventh sphere, across from the Eight of Wands, on the other side of the Tree of Life. Gregor Mather, the founder of the Golden Dawn, claims that this card signifies understanding, observation, and direction. Understanding is a bit off, since it is a meaning of the third Sephira. Having said that, observation and analysis, intellectual faculties, can bring about understanding. The meaning of direction pertains to goals, which gives desires directions. Mather suggests the following inauspicious meanings: quarrels, internal disputes, discord. These go back to the intellect's tendency to manipulate and compete, which may escalate if fueled with the willfulness of the intentional spiritual plane. Madame Le Marchand, a 19th century celebrated Parisian fortune teller, said that the Eight of Wands signifies fortunate results of unremitted exertions. Results is a bit off, since they belong to the bodily practical level of human expression. The meaning exertion conforms with Paul's idea of the quickly expended force. As you can see, tarot meanings are a bit messy. The reason is that the meanings that pertain to the cards' positions on the Tree of Life are mixed up with astrological correspondences, symbolic interpretations, and fortune-telling connotations. Further, tarotists' opinions, knowledge, and linguistic backgrounds shaped some of these interpretations. Last but not least, many meanings are fuzzy, contradictory, and overlap. If you want to understand why they overlap, read the article How to Deal with the Overlapping Meanings of Tarot Cards. You can find a link in the video description. The meanings of the Enlightenment Tarot, on the other hand, are based on an objective, holistic framework, the Tree of Life, and the 4 levels of human expression. The resulting meanings are transparent and logical, and hence easy to memorize. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Enlightenment Tarot and discovered an inspiration or two. Please help to spread the light with a like and a share. And don't forget to subscribe. Love and light.